Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Ultra Thin Date, the quintessential dress watch, 39mm in stainless steel on my 16cm circumference wrist. The watch wears broad, flat, and contemporary. Now the timepiece is thin, as per the name, only 8mm thick, but with a cupped case back. When it's actually strapped down on your wrist, it seems more like 6 or 7mm thick. It's broad, though not overly so, across the wrist. It has a handsome aspect ratio while still being only 45.8mm lug to lug, meaning I can endorse this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5cm circumference. But a broad 21mm spacing between the lugs reminds us that this is not a vintage dress watch. It has a nice modern contemporary stance. 21 makes the watch look very planted indeed. The strap is a high-quality Jaeger-LeCoultre factory strap with a little bit of bolstering down its center, folded edges, monotone stitch. It's a gloss finish, large rectangular scale gaiter. You can see it's also a new JLC factory strap, so you'll get to gouge this one. I won't do it. Why made in France? Because Camille Fournet is the OEM supplier to the JLC factory, and that's where your strap is made. A new evolution over the last 3 years, JLC has started including pull-tab spring bars, first in the reversos and now across the range, so you can use nothing but your fingernail to remove the strap if you want to change the look. Double deploying clasp, so better for a small wrist than a single fold. Single folds can pinch small wrists. Not only do you get the double fold and the quality of a clasp rather than a pin buckle. No cost cutting here. There's a push tab underneath the buckle, so you can remove the buckle too. Just as the strap comes off the case without tools, the buckle comes off the strap without tools. So you really can simply take the strap and the buckle apart, throw a new strap on, and do it all without tooling. The case band is almost knife-edged in profile. There is a handsome little bit of a bevel to the downward tuck of the lug, so you can see that beveling flares at the lug ends, and I like that. It's a nuance that is not necessary given the minimalism of the case, but it's graceful and appreciated. The case band is simple and strong. Thin, you can see that the case back itself is recessed considerably to create that impression of a knife edge when it's on the wrist. Very slim indeed. The bezel has a little bit of a conical profile with a upward kick where it abuts the crystal, and then you can see that the dial is a matte silver, so opaline as the manufacturers typically term this treatment, and then there are Dauphine hands at center, which you can see are faceted and half frosted to increase their contrast, a lancet counterweighted needle seconds hand, and you can see that lancet seconds hand tracing small dimple style minutes and seconds outboard of diamond polished dart style indices. The dial features a date indicator just above the stub index at 6 o'clock, and the crown, as you can see, it's almost as though the case is shrink wrapped around the stem tube because this is a thin watch, and you can see what powers that thin watch. It's a Jaeger-LeCoultre manufacturer caliber 899 automatic winding 43-hour power reserve 32 joules. This watch, impressively considering its thickness, 50 meters water resistant. Now you can also see that the watch has a free-sprung balance for shock resistance, which is an impressive refinement on a dress watch movement. The system winds unidirectionally for high efficiency because unidirectional is more efficient than bidirectional, and you can just barely see the milky gray ceramic rotor bearings that operate with very little friction, very high efficiency, and no need for service for their life. You can see a skeletonized red gold rotor with Côte de Genève across, linear Côte de Genève across the movement. You can see true kiln-fired blued screws, not the chemically dyed kind, so they have that rich, dark cobalt blue, and you will note that the balance beating away at 28,800 vibrations per hour is a modern high beat rate. The hairspring is welded, laser welded, at the stud and the collet so that it cannot shift relative to its original anchoring, so it's a very shock-resistant dress watch movement. You might not expect it, but JLC exceeding expectations. You have both stop seconds and a quick set date, and though the movement is principally machine finished, it does have a degree of hand finishing, which is a small refinement that JLC still includes in a small degree across every one of its watches regardless. You can see this handsome and versatile silver-dialed 39mm steel Master Ultra Thin Date and make it yours on the Watchbox.